welcome to Money Matterz TV. I am your host, Yasmine Belle. Today is Financial Friday, and we are covering cash flow, operating cash, and as promised, a bonus tip on how to get your clients to pay timely. So, if you're new to my channel, welcome. This is a safe space discussing all things finance and everything in between. I am an accountant, a tax titan, and a financial coach. So, let's talk money. So before we dive in, let's just recap really quick on what we previously discussed in part 1, which is video 8, and part 2, which is video 12, which covers the importance of getting clear with Clarity Money or other budgeted applications, how to get real numbers, cash accounting versus accrual accounting, break-even number, the 3 main financial statements that you may have at your fingertips on a monthly basis and also on a daily basis, and fixed versus variable costs. So please refer to those videos if you seek further clarification. So nuggets of wisdom. Your road to a good relationship with your money will be unique to you, and your full power lies in the ability to get into alignment with what is happening, which is owning your journey. So the more we embrace the here and the now and find ways to appreciate it and perhaps even be grateful for it, the more power we have to move forward, paving a new vision of financial freedom. So let's dive in. Cash flow is one of the most important things to manage, either in business or personally. And when a client doesn't pay you, you can go broke. So cash is king. So now if you're in a position of operating cash, what do you do with it? Do you, one, pay debt off? Do you leave it in the business? Do you pay yourself the cash out? And in my experience, I have seen companies collapse when business owners take the cash and spend it loosely on purchasing a new car, an expensive watch for their spouse, and they didn't consider paying the company debt, also known as the liability, or investing in assets to grow the company. So this also can be used as a personal example. So let's say you get some cash for yourself, right? Operating cash. Where would you spend that money? So where would you invest it? Would you invest it in your future? Would you spend it on a lavish holiday, or would you do both? So ask yourself that question. Take a moment and write it down. So when managing your cash flow or operating cash, we have to ask ourselves these key fundamental questions. So as a business owner, why did you get into business? This needs to be part of your vision. And as an individual, what type of lifestyle do you want to live? And what do you value in life? And where do you see yourself heading over the next course of a few years? So we all heard of pay yourself first, right? And this is an important value to understand, as money is simply energy, and therefore the energy of paying yourself holds value. Therefore, you have to pay yourself for the energy you are putting into your business. So this is such an important factor because so many business owners do not pay themselves, and especially when they are cash positive, right? So you probably are thinking to yourself, well, I have a startup and I have no cash flow coming in at the current time, and can I afford paying myself? That is fine. You don't need to do it right now, but you have to build, over time. As soon as you make a profit, you need to be able to budget that out, even if it's a small amount. So as soon as cash flow is positive for you, you need that energy from your business to pay yourself. And that really is the best way to keep not only your energy alive and high, but also have a good business flow. So next point, as I promised, here are some tips for getting your clients to pay timely. So number 1, change your payment terms to your client. I know this is a big one, but if you're in the industry that they're paying within 30, 60, or 90 days, this can be a real issue. So let me explain to you what a debtor is. So if you are in business and your client doesn't pay you within 30, 60, 90 days, guess what? Now you are a lender. And I'm sure you're not getting interest for it, right? I'm sure not. So if you go to the bank for a loan, let's say, they will want to know everything about you, right? Okay, so What is your value and the value of your services? So have the conversation with your clients, as you must value yourself and also value your service. Number 2, you need to have a policy in place. An example would be that everyone pays you on a monthly basis. That is, if you don't pay me on time, you will be charged XYZ, right? So you need to have this clause in your agreement, which actually leads me to the next one. Make sure not only do you have a policy, but you also have a written agreement of your terms and conditions. And don't forget to include that if payment were to bounce or non-sufficient funds, you will be charged an extra fee, because I don't think it's fair for you, the business owner, to incur that cost. So tip 3 would be to charge 50% upfront for your invoice to the client, and the balance is due upon receipt of your services. Then you can be sure to include, if you don't pay upon the delivery, then blah, 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 policy. So that way it is clear for yourself and also for the client. So this is where you have to ask yourself also, who are your customers? Who is your ideal client in business? And you do not want to chase money. Why? Because you are focused on delivering value. But just remember, if you are not strong, you cannot help as many clients and you cannot help your family. So you have to have the conversation with yourself and the client, as this is how we do business and this is who we are. It's an easy conversation. And you also have to remember that it's mindset. So your mindset starts with you, and you really have to value what you do. And remember to pay yourself first, otherwise there's no energy flow. You're not alone, and you're going to keep going through this all the time. But your mindset is critical, as you are the one driving the company. So the beauty in today's society is that we have so many softwares that could help us manage our money so that we can focus our energy into the business and sustain it long term. So I'm leaving you with the vibe of the day. If you break unhealthy minds, you beat the uncomfortable feelings. So thank you for your support and watching Money Matterz TV. And remember, live with intention and go be the CEO of your own life. Until next time, ciao.